I'm looking to speak with the main man, Mike D, if he's on the mic.
Now I'd like to introduce what's up. I passed the mic to D for a fistful of juice.
Okay. Is Johnny Riel available? Is he just chilling, my guy? What's going on, Bill? How you doing?
What's up? Good. How are you?
But okay. So 5, 4, 3, 2. Metzger.
I like it.
Metzger. Ladies and gentlemen, today for Connecticut Public Radio, I'm playing guitar, barely being a character here because we're talking with someone to help me flesh out my personality and my sacred poetic identity. Point where I'm doing Dave Matthews parodies, and he really just helped me find my voice. The superintendent of cool psychedelic brain funk parliament sounds. The guy who might play Call of Duty with the high school kids and kick their asses with an achievement unlocked. Somebody who will ruminate in a few moments about why the hell, if Dazed and Confused was remade, it would take place in 2007 if I can do a Mitch Hedberg voice. And if I can talk about Mitch Hedberg for a moment, I loved his cameo in Almost Famous. It would be great if Almost Famous was called Famous, because I wish I was. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Billy Burrows, as I said to him before, to my David Bowie. You love him, you appreciate him, and if you're Jake Trevelyan, you freaking adore him. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the one, the only, the voice of reason, Billy Metzger. Billy, how you doing today, my friend?
I'm good. How are you? Jake Trevelyan, great guy.
Doing okay. Yeah, dude, Jake, top 10 Chandler's friend. We're going to go on the record. We love Jake Trevelyan. And actually, leading off with that, he is currently a public educator. And that is one of the things, we don't usually pre-screen questions here, but we make exceptions for Lord of the Rings adjacent lore for people that are in my life. So one of the things I asked Wilhelm over here was, hey man, you ended up as an educator in the American public school system. You are now a superintendent of schools. How the hell did that happen?
Yeah, I mean, it was a long, strange trip for sure. So I was a very uninspired student, and, didn't have a great family background. It was kind of chaotic. A couple teachers just really inspired me along the way and believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. That being said, it was a weird process, right? So, going to college in the late 90s, kind of carefree, wasn't really thinking about the future a whole lot until probably my junior, maybe even my senior year. I was a history major at UMass, and I lived in Colorado for a while after school, and then the World Trade Center attacks happened, and actually some guys passed away that that I went to college with, real good dudes. My whole world was kind of turned upside down, and so I came home, got a real job. I ended up working in the state legislature, first in the House of Representatives and then the Senate, and was really interested in elective politics and trying to change the world. And actually started going to law school, and sorry, the French fry got on the wrong way.
It's okay. You're forgiven. It's okay.
The elected official that I worked for had a policy that everybody on the staff had to have a volunteer pet project. And I did junior achievement. And I'll go into elementary schools in the Springfield area and give civics lessons to the kids, and I really enjoyed it. And then I was actually working with Gina Kahn, who's a great lady.
Nice. Okay.
Who passed away way too young in the last year or so.
Yeah.
And she was the grant writer for the Hampden-Wilbraham Regional School District. And we worked on some grants together. And she'd asked me to come in and talk to the kids, like talk to the Model Congress. So I did that a couple times. I really liked it. We arranged for the Model Congress to come down to the State House and give testimony. This is like before school lockdowns were like a thing.
Yeah. And
the kids were trying to raise awareness about it. And it was really inspiring. And, you know, I was in law school. I was not liking it. It didn't feel right. The girl I was dating at the time was a teacher and really loved it. And I decided I was going to leave law school. I wasn't interested in being a lawyer. I can still remember telling my parents that. And I said, I'm going to take the teacher test one time. And if I pass it, I'll take it as a sign. So I took the teacher test, passed it. I called Gina Kahn. And I said, hey, you know, I'm thinking about switching careers. Can I put you down as a reference? And she said, you know, of course. And,
wow.
I don't know, maybe like an hour later, Tim Connor called me, who used to be the associate principal at Minnechaug, and he was with the superintendent, and he said, if you're really serious about wanting to teach, why don't you come talk to us? And, like, an hour after that, I had a job at Minnechaug. And...
Dude, what?
Yeah.
All right.
I super enjoyed teaching. I dove right into it. Did teaching, some coaching, and I actually became the advisor for the Model Congress. I don't know, one thing led to another, and you know, I started getting kind of approached to join different like committees at the school, and you know, the principal and the superintendent were talking to me about, you know, I ever thought about being a school administrator, and then yeah, man, it's just kept putting one foot in front of the next one, and all these years later, here I am.
Yeah, you're putting one foot in front of the other, and soon you're just rolling right along like Fred Astaire, right?
That's right.
Well, dude, thank you for that brilliant anecdote. 7 minutes of my life just flashed by, and I feel like I just took some heavy fluffhead in 2009. Never did. Never did back then, let me tell you. But, wow, that's crazy. It's nice to... Also, rest in peace to Gina. I was talking to somebody within this past year about her and her passing, but she seems to be similarly like you, someone that where people are finding out their identities, figuring out who they are, their favorite bands. You turn to Metzger. You turn to Kahn. And when you're talking about teachers that help you growing up, one of the things in the back of my mind, especially with our earlier Ferrara anecdote, which I don't know if we'll expand on in a second, but you as a student, to me, there's a lore here. There's a certain, I don't know if we'd exactly say Skeet Ulrichism, but there's who you were, and I seem to get that laugh. Who the fuck in my age demographic is going to know that? But okay, so dude, your first car, you told me, you had an 8-track player in it. And for our younger listeners that aren't geriatrics like you and I, what is an 8-track tape? And what music would you play when you were growing up? Would you play Bare Naked Ladies?
I don't think
They weren't.
I don't think when I was growing up, Bare Naked Ladies was a thing.
No, not an 8-track, dude.
Not an 8-track. I mean, there were plenty of Bare Naked Ladies.
Hello.
So my first car was a 1979 Chrysler New Yorker. It had an 8-track player in it. I mean, I'm not an audiophile, so I'm not going to really do this justice, but think about the Betamax of cassette tapes.
Okay, I'm on it, my buddy. Okay.
And you had you could flip it 4 different ways. You couldn't really rewind and fast forward. You could just keep flipping to different tracks. And I had an uncle. Well, I still have an uncle. Cool uncle.
Nice.
Uncle Jimmy.
We love Jimmy. We love Jimmy.
And he had some 8 tracks from when he was in high school. And I can remember I had Terrapin Station, the album on 8-track. Wish You Were Here. The Pink Floyd album on 8-track. I think I had a Steve Miller 8-track.
Oh my God. Nice. Swingland? Were you doing Swingland or whatever? Swingtown?
Yeah.
Dude, hell yeah. Okay. Nice.
So, maybe an Eagles 8-track.
Ew. Billy, what? Come on, man. Step it up. Step it up.
Eagles are a great band. Yeah.
Cool. Wow, that's awesome, and actually ties right into our next segment. When I played Fluffhead over the phone, you could hear the riffs pretty well.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'd like to ask you, Wilhelm Metzger, the guy that when I'd stay after school and I'd bring my guitar, sometimes I wouldn't show up with it, and you'd be like, "Where's the guitar, kid?" Would you like to play a round of Guess This Riff with your favorite student?
I'll try.
All right, here we go. First one. Let's see if I get my memory correct, but I think this is how it goes. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Ow!
Oh, yeah, come on.
Ow! 1 second. Teacher's still going. Billy played guitar. No, I'm just kidding. That would be, I'm sorry, what was that? Ziggy what for the younger listeners? What is that?
That would be Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars.
That is correct. William is on the board with 1. Can you believe it, folks? Now, this next one, a little bit of lore. Growing up, there'd be certain kids that said stupid things. They compare certain bands that, they're not the same. And Bill would teach me things and understand, like, hey, no, your opinion's right. Don't listen to those kids. Their hair color will change. So this little moment right here, I want to play this because somebody said that this band is just as good as the Beastie Boys, to which I remember you kept me after class for a minute underneath that little American flag thing, and you're like, what the hell were they talking about? So here we go. Can you name the song? Can you name the band? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sublime.
That's correct, William Metzger. They're really not that great. The Beastie Boys changed music, and I saw the look on your face. You really looked pissed off, dude. All right, that is 2 for 2. Billy with the French fries. I think we can do one more because this is too easy. He'll just know every freaking thing. So, continuing on with the 8-track analogy, ladies and gentlemen, this is a song a lot of you probably don't know. But Bill got me into this band through, and I'm giving you it with a clue. Fuck, we're going to know it anyways. When Jerry Garcia passed, a certain band played a song, and it sounded on an 8-track like...
Oh, yeah. Terrapin, baby.
That is correct. 3 for 3. Can you believe it?
The Dead played Terrapin Station in the old Boston Garden was a canon event in my life.
See, and that's the best part, getting canon and chronological. Dude, my biggest apology to you, it's not the writing papers late at night and not putting in the effort you saw in me. It's, I can't believe I fought saying the Fish was better than the Dead. That's impossible. They're the greatest band probably ever. Like, they're like the Miles Davis if Miles was 7 people.
Yeah, I think, people 2 and 3 centuries from now be talking about the Dead like we talk about, Beethoven and Bach and Mozart.
Yep, and I think that's appropriate. And everybody rolling and sighing, I don't care about your Kendrick Lamar or the J. Cole. So, Superintendent of Schools, you and me both share a love for the movie Almost Famous. When I found out Cameron Crowe followed me on Instagram, I told you, and then you hit me with an amazing quote talking about your own life. So what I want to ask you is, what are your thoughts on the movie Almost Famous? because I want to know if you saw it way back in 2000. Way back in 2000, I hated that last sentence. And do you think you kind of lived somewhat of a similar life in the old Fish Clifford Bally days?
Yeah. I mean, it's a love letter to music in a moment in time. Even though the film, is targeted in the 70s, like it really hit me and my crew. It was very like kind of cogent and really. I mean, it was like how we were in the 90s, really.
Interesting. Okay. When's the last time you saw the movie?
It's been a while, probably. I bet you 10 years.
Damn, okay. Wow. All right. When you rewatch it, let me know.
Yeah.
But the next thing, going from favorite movies...
I'm pretty conversant on it. What's your...
Oh, and almost? See, my anxiety started going, because in the background I heard people, and I'm like, shit, Bill has his own life. I've been on the phone for 23 minutes.
Don't worry yourself with that.
Yeah, well, now I'm 16 again. But yeah, dude, what do I think about Almost Famous? The movie that, like...
A part of you will always be 16. That's the secret they don't tell you.
Well, I've learned that, and I was told that younger, and that's the thing, is that part, I'm not wearing a disco suck shirt Lester Bangs style, and I understand the intent, but God forbid all those people got together at Yankee Stadium and beat up over fucking disco music. What the hell was wrong with those people? Dude.
I'm more of a Ben Fong Torres guy myself.
Ben Fong Torres. Rolling Stone magazine, Ben Fong Torres. Very nice. Okay. Dude, I love it. Like... Cameron following me the other day was amazing, but, like, that movie, it changed my life. It gives you hope. And then, growing up, not to really get to the nitty-gritty, but, like, the sequence where William loses virginity, the three women, on TV, the three girls are looking at Steely Dan before they go, let's deflower the kid. That is the funniest thing in the fucking world, dude. Like, Steely Dan gets Donald Fagen? Come on. But yeah, dude, it's a 10 out of 10.
I'm not too old to do your dirty work.
I would have played that one too, and I would have asked you. Actually, you said we got time. You see the new Paul Thomas Anderson with that song, talking dirty work? You see One Battle After Another?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Last weekend. It was all right. I mean, I think Leo's a great actor. I think Sean Penn's a great actor. I mean, there was good performances in the movie. It was like a little edgy for edgy's sake. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think, people of certain, like, I was a kid when, like, Quentin Tarantino was hitting his stride, and Robert Rodriguez, it's like, I don't know, the 80s and 90s, they're hard to beat cinematically. So things later, it's like, yeah, that's cool, but I don't know. It doesn't really get me like the classics.
Nah, dude, I get you. And not riffing on it, but with Tarantino in mind, if you saw it, remember in that woman's wig, she gets shot in the head and that wig blows off?
Yeah.
Direct Pulp Fiction, man. She's wearing the exact bob. I liked it. It was a good film, but I understand a lot of people not liking it because they think political commentary and things, and God, do I agree with that.
I did not like it. I mean, I love the political commentary.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was just, we're living in fucking weird times.
Yeah, I can't harp on more David Bowie, William Burroughs comparisons, man. Like, I think there should be more people voicing their individual freedoms and standing up for everything they believe in a very Grateful Dead sense. And that's, and then we get to this question. I believe the movie Dazed and Confused is one of the greatest films of all time, on par with Ingmar Bergman's work. You recently told me that if it was released in modern times, no Charlie Chaplin, it would be during the W. Bush administration. Please expand on this.
Well, I mean, it's been a while since I did the math, but, it's just math, man. Dazed and Confused was set in, 1976? Came out in 1991 or 2. Mm-hmm. Or maybe 1994, I don't remember. but it's like, you just forward the numbers. That's where it gets, time gets weird as you get older, I feel like. When I was a teenager, we're watching a movie about the 70s, and you're like, that was so long ago. And now you realize that, like, 20 years isn't that fucking long, man. It goes quick. Mm-hmm.
No, exactly.
The more time you have on this planet, like, the less valuable each minute is. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, I agree. And then the thing, just to stamp it, would you go 06, 07? That was what you were thinking, right? Kind of around there?
Yeah.
Sweet. So 06, 07. I'm in 6th, 7th grade. Then we get to high school, and it gets to this pivotal moment. I meet Billy Metzger. There's Metzger outside of school. There's Metzger in school. We'll expand on this in a second. But Billy, you were one of the first people in my life that I remember bonding over David Bowie with. How did you yourself get into his music, and do all of your video game handles still reference Ziggy Stardust?
Well, I can, there's a lot of questions there. I'll answer them all.
Yeah.
Sad to report, there's no more video game profiles.
Oh my God.
Pretty soon.
Oh, pretty soon?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I kept having kids, man.
What's up with that?
It's cute and funny when your wife is letting you play Call of Duty and you got, like, one crying kid at home. Yeah. When you have 4, like, you're playing with your life, bro. Okay. So, yeah, unfortunately, the video games have gone by the wayside. David Bowie, I'd say, is a couple things. Labyrinth, as a kid, was a movie we just watched again and again. My mother and her sister had and continue to have great taste in music. Bowie was one of many artists you would hear in our house on the weekends. And then as I got, way into Fish, before the internet and all that jazz, there was always a ton of speculation about what albums they were going to play as their covers on the Halloweens. And, Ziggy was always an album that was being talked about, and eventually they did cover it.
Oh, good. Yeah. Good.
Sometime in the last 10 years or so. But, it's like, I knew Bowie, like, on the certain... I also saw David Bowie in the Nine Inch Nails in high school.
What? Where was that? Where was that whole time? What?
I was at the Meadows in Hartford.
Was it good?
It was amazing.
Get out of here. That's insane.
But, and I just... I remember listening to I remember hearing Life on Mars. This show. Probably the Clifford Ball.
Oh, yeah.
And I was just like, I just went down the rabbit hole. And, I really love, like, complete albums. And front to back, it's just a complete album by a great artist. Great singer, great guitar. Moon Age Daydream had a great revival when it was in the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack. They're sneaky the way they work those into all the movies you bring your kids to.
Don't I know it? Don't I know it?
Yeah, huge Bowie fan.
Nice. I can't believe I didn't know about the Nine Inch Nails. But do you remember, like, the song "I'm Deranged" at all that they did from Lost Highway? Did he perform that at all? If you can remember.
I don't remember.
I know. I'm just shot in the dark in there because we're at the end of this.
I remember Bowie sang "The Man Who Sold the World." I remember that.
That Nirvana song?
Yeah, totally. That one. That's about it. That's all. I remember being a good night. How's that?
That works for me, my friend. I could play the real thing, but I won't because I'm taking up all your time, and I think you got some more French fries to eat. All right, we're at the end of this, but I always end interviews with one question. Describe in detail your ideal perfect breakfast. But today I'm going to end it with a little bit of a different one. So our penultimate question, Billy, is describe in detail your ideal perfect breakfast. If you're having coffee, what kind of coffee? If Carl Labradorf's going to be around to give you some veggie-approved diabetic bacon, are you going to take that bacon? Are you having an everything bagel with it? What do you have for your perfect breakfast,
First
Mr.
of all,
Metzger?
fake bacon, veggie bacon, turkey bacon. That's an affront to the dignity of bacon, the candy of meats.
Whoa. How do you spell fish, young man?
I
know. I know. Go ahead.
Let's see, the ideal breakfast. Coffee, it's got to be dark roast.
Okay.
Very little cream, just for a little hint. And then a little bit of sugar. I mean, I'm simple, man. A solid bacon, egg, and cheese, delish. Bowl of cereal, whatever. I'm more of what's the setting, you know? Like, I want to be on my back porch on a crisp fall morning.
Yeah,
you know,
there we go.
Coffee.
Okay.
Eat my brekkie sandwich, just soaking it in.
Beautiful. Are we putting some ice in the coffee? You're having hot coffee?
No, hot coffee all the time.
Oh, thank you very much. We come a long way from Minnechaug Regional Smoke Signal to editing that of the breakfast order. Maybe one day I'll get you that, my friend. But, ladies and gentlemen, never went outside of the box. Never did something crazy like that. And as the plane crashed down, he said, well, isn't this nice? I want to end today with a random question because I have no idea where it's going to go. I know what I'm going to do.
Let's do it.
I'm going to do it for the outro. I know I'm talking, but Bill, what was I like as a student?
What was it like as a student?
No, what was I like as a student?
Oh, what were you like as a student?
Yeah, I know your lore. I can't tell all that.
You and Kaya made me laugh quite a bit. You know, you had a definitely a streak of mischief, but very few students have very few people, you know what I mean? I don't want to pick on students. Very few people have a authentic curiosity about the world. Those are the real ones. And game recognized game.
Game recognized game, and I don't want to get sentimental because I'm already too long and to the point, and I know this. But if you listen to the background, can you hear that 1979 Chrysler? Oh no! I think we're going to Swingtown. Bill, thank you so much for this interview. Thank you for breaking down your breakfast questions. And thank you for giving me the hope that David Bowie, Life on Mars, would be played during the high school fish versions of the Halloween shows. It didn't happen, but we had fun anyways. Dude, you're the man. If you ever need me for anything, I'm here. And thank God for you and Heidi Drowick and Courtney Cafone. Happy Thanksgiving,
Thanks.
Pilgrim. You're the man.
You too, Harry. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, Bill.
You have been listening to Connecticut Public Radio. This is the voice of your host, Very Gross, letting you know that we will now be going to Spotify after doing this crazy Swingtown fish-inspired jam and hearing the conversations of Wilhelm Metzger and Mr. Harvey Pizza. Follow us on Instagram at @CPPR_live, YouTube CPPR live, all one word. And soon we'll put up a Spotify for all you fuckers. But for now, let's just marinate in the sound of a 31-year-old playing guitar as if he's still 17. Let's listen. Ooh. Okay. Well, that's not very gross. That's actually very good. Ooh. It's all happening. Oh, I got that one. It's kicking in now. Someone remind me to never buy acid from Terry Gross again. This is incendiary shit, man.